Hey guys, welcome to another week of my show. Sorry about the delay. We had a couple of things, bit of a delay with the internet connection, but we are all good now. So today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a talk on manifesting. So just the last week, my guides have been saying to me to talk about this. So I'm just going to go through some manifesting tips, my top 3 or 4 tips for you guys. I do have some notes here, otherwise I'll go off track, and I want to be able to say all of this in the time that we have. So if you're interested in learning about manifestation, then stay tuned, because that's what I'll be talking about today. And if I do have time, I would like to do a collective card pull as well. So we'll see how we go. So I thought it was really interesting. My guides were saying they wanted me to talk about this, and it has been a conversation coming up a lot lately. So I feel like whoever hears this will be needing to hear it for a reason. So just to get straight into it, I feel like a lot of the time with manifesting, people get really caught up in that if I just think positive things, then positive things will happen. Or, you know, on the other side of it, if I think negative things will happen. And whilst that there may be a little bit of truth to that, that is just really like a tiny little bit of how it does all work. And I feel like a lot of people get really caught up in the process, and it's so complicated. So I want to try and break it down in really simple terms for people who are interested in this, and hopefully it will be able to help some of you with the information I give. So the very first thing when you're starting off with manifesting, and I always teach this to my clients, and these are things that have really helped me, is you really want to start off with something small. Now, this, even no matter where you are in your manifesting journey, I feel like it's good to go back, and I feel like it is good to, go back to the basics. Hopefully the connection's okay. I feel like it's cutting out a little bit. Yeah, they've lost me. Oh, no, we're back. Don't know what's going on here, but that's okay. We'll keep going and hopefully we'll be good. So, starting off small is the very first thing that I want to say. So what I do suggest is starting off with just trying to manifest, say, a cup of coffee maybe, or trying to manifest seeing a feather, something that's going to be really small and tangible, and something you believe that you can manifest. I find people get really caught up in trying to manifest really big things straight away, and then it doesn't happen, and then they get really disappointed it didn't happen. A lot of the reason why people try and manifest things and it doesn't work is because they're trying to manifest things they don't even unconsciously believe that they can have. So I want you to start off really small, whether that be trying to manifest a free cup of coffee, or seeing a feather, or seeing a particular car, whatever it is. I want you to focus on something small that you know or believe could happen in your reality, right? And then I want you to get really clear with what you're trying to manifest. So let's say if we just go with, we're trying to manifest a free cup of coffee. You might want to put it out to the universe and write it down and say, by the 24th of October, I am affirming to the universe that I will have a free coffee. A free coffee will come to me. Be very clear. You can even go right into detail about the type of coffee that you want, about where you want to be when you manifest it, about how it's going to show up. Just get really, really clear and act as if it's already happened, right? The universe doesn't know the difference. So be super, super clear on what it is that you're trying to manifest into your reality, and write it down. It's so important to write it somewhere. And then I want you to journal. So you can, and that does coincide with the writing it down, but if you journal about it once a day, or even if you just journal it once and then read it once a day, because you don't want to like obsess over it either, just affirming it. You could even say something like, I'm so grateful for the free cup of coffee that I received on the 24th of October, 2022. However it is that you want to say it, but just be really clear and intentional with whatever it is you're trying to manifest, right? And then what I want you to do is, if you feel any blocks coming up as you're journaling, or you may even want to do a dream board. Sorry, I'm going to add that in, because a dream board is a really, really good way to get you really excited for what it is you're trying to manifest. It's a really good way to get creative and sit down and put all of the things on there you wish to have in, say, a 12-month time frame or a 6-month time frame for the bigger things, right? But even if you add this little thing on the dream board just to start with, but if you're feeling any blocks coming up, I want you to write about that. And the reason why I want you to do that is because a lot of people skip this part in manifestation. And this is why I believe it doesn't work a lot of the time for people, is because they don't believe that they are worthy to have the thing they're trying to manifest, or they don't believe it could ever happen to them. For example, if you're trying to manifest your soulmate and you keep putting out to the universe that you're wanting this great guy or this great woman, and you want loyalty and you want someone who's caring and sweet and you want all of these things, but deep down you have a block, or even consciously you just don't believe you're even worthy of that, then the universe will respond to, you don't feel worthy of that, right? So you really want to write down any blocks that are coming up and really pay attention to that. Why don't you feel worthy? And just kind of like play around with it and see where it goes and see what comes up as you're journaling. This is a really healing and powerful process when you do this. And it does also help uncover any blocks to then help the manifestation come through. This may not be something that happens overnight. It may lead you down a path of healing. I've had many clients follow this process and they're like, wow, I tried to manifest XYZ, right? And then I had this coming up, and then it led me down another path to something I've been holding on to for a long time, and I've been able to work on that and shift that, right? So it is also really healing to follow this process too. And it is relevant to then being able to create and manifest the life that you are wanting, or the things that you are wanting. So I really hope that these tips will be helpful to people. Usually I would go a little bit more in depth, but I wanted to keep it really short and sharp today. So just running over it, I want you to start off small, be really clear with any information, times, dates, you know, how it looks, how it's going to show up. Be very clear, very specific. Journal it, read it, you know, once a day up until it happens. But you also don't want to obsess over it. So you just write it down, read it once, and off you go and enjoy your day, right? It's super hard because you want to focus on it, but you don't want to focus on it too much, because then that creates resistance. You've got to kind of act as if it's already there and as if you already have it. So there's a bit of an art to this, you know, when you start really diving into it. There is truly a bit of an art to finding that formula, I suppose, to have this work. But anyone can do it. Everyone has the power within them to be able to create and manifest their life. I truly believe that, especially off of all the experiences that I've had and taught my clients throughout the last couple of years. There's a bit of a process to it though. And then once you've journaled it or you've created your dream board, I want you to then talk about the blocks that are coming up, write about the blocks that are coming up, and then work on shifting and releasing them. And sometimes it's just a matter of even acknowledging it, acknowledging that feeling into that feeling, and then seeing where that feeling came from. And that can be transformative on its own. Sometimes that is all it takes. And sometimes it takes more. It really depends on what comes up for you. But it's always quite interesting to see what does come up when you're doing this process. So I'm going to leave that with you all and see how this goes if you do try this. And like I said, start off with something small, and then when it does manifest, and when you do manifest that free coffee, you're going to have that confidence within yourself. Wow, I was able to do that. Now what else can I do? What is it I want to do now? What is it I would like to do now? And then you can really start working your way up to those bigger things in those small increments, and you'll get that belief more and more as time goes on. But you always just want to start off small and work your way up. Now, guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly just pull a card for you all with the last bit of time that we have. I'm going to do a collective card pull. So hopefully this will land with a lot of you. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, so the first card that we have come through here is Open Connections. And this deck is the Priestess of Light deck. Sandra Ann Taylor and Kimberly Weber. Sandra Ann Taylor is one of my favorite, but this is from her deck, Open Connection. So this to me is actually showing a lot of healing in your relationships and in your connections. So you might be going through a time right now where you're really leaning into the heart space. You're doing a lot of healing around relationship with yourself and relationship to others. You may also be really challenged with this, because I just feel as I tune into that energy, there's a bit of a challenge there, and having to overcome blocks, having to overcome deep traumas, I suppose, or deep belief systems, which is quite interesting that I was just talking about that in the manifesting too. But this is all about deep healing in the heart. So then you can essentially open yourself up to new connections, repairing connections that you already have, relationships you already have, but also healing and doing the work within to then invite and allow new connections into. So that's what I'm getting with that card for you all. And I also get a very like warrior type energy here. So I feel like I just need to say that you are stronger than what you think. So just hold your strength and hold your own during this period of time, because it might be quite challenging for some of you as you're realizing maybe some relationships don't serve you anymore. Or maybe it's time to let go of some relationships to allow space for new ones to come in. And, that's not easy to always do, especially if you don't want to do that, or if you're not feeling ready to do that. So really just, hold that strength, open up to your networks. Don't be afraid to talk about it as well if you need help. I'm going to pull one more card because I'm feeling guided to do one more. So we might get a completely different message, or we might get a message very similar to that one. We might kind of flow on from it. So let's have a look what we get. Okay, well, it does flow on, really. We got courage, strength, fierceness, and family. So like I was saying, be strong. You're stronger than what you think you are. And I feel like these situations are going to call for you to be really fierce, right? You can see, I'm not sure if you can see, but there's the lion energy and the goddess energy here. So just remember how powerful you are. And also family. So when I was talking about connections and relationships, some of you are really going to resonate with this with your family and having to make some tough decisions with family. But also, I just downloaded some information from Spirit too, a bit of a side message to this. I actually am feeling a bit of a positive energy here when I tune into family. I feel like some of you are going to be trying for a family. So you might even be going through fertility issues right now. And I want to let you know that you're going to be able to create your family. There's going to be some good news around fertility here. Pregnancies, families coming together if you're having some issues with family. So there is going to be a bit of celebration there too, which is good news. So guys, I hope that those messages resonated with you. I hope that you got a lot out of my tips for manifesting. I just want to say thank you so much for joining me again this week. And I'm so excited to see you all again next week at the same time. Bye guys.